And last but not least, the third mental move.
You can't live your life for anyone other than you.
And even then, I feel like my hands are touching no matter what.
And no matter what, never be content.
I have taken on this role of the assistant coach. And that just sums up everything that I talked about. Never be content. I could just easily say, you know, I got my black belts, I'm good, I don't need to work on anything else, I'm done. But no, it just because I said that, or just because I accomplished my black belt, doesn't mean I'm done with life. If anything, it's just barely the beginning of life. It's barely the beginning of me truly seeing the sport for what it is. I often think about, why is it that I haven't stopped MMA? I haven't stopped because I'm never done growing. There's always room for improvement anywhere, everywhere in our lives.
So even then, I feel like my hands are touching no matter what. I feel them right here. Let it run.
Where did your hips go? Exactly. So did you move them away from me?
But moving away from me is how I do.
And what's even more beautiful about that is that I am not done discovering new things about myself. Are like, you know what, Nene? I want to see more of you, Nene. I want to see who Nene is. I want to see that Nene. The Nene that is always Nene. Why is Nene being Nene? Well, my Patreon is where to go. Patreon.com/Nene MMA. So now at the gym, we have a new women's sparring team, or competition team. No. We call it women's comp team, right? That's what it is. I have taken on this role of the assistant coach. This is a new experience for me because I'm usually in the mindset of the fighter. I'm usually the one that just fights. I'm usually the one that trains, actively working with the guys or women, being there with the team, right? But now I am actually being one of the coaches, which now I can see what the girls are doing, right? And I'm getting to know them through their training. And for me, it feels like, damn, it's scary. I'm learning about them. I'm learning to understand them as fighters. And it is true that I get to know a lot about a person with their fighting and MMA, because one way that MMA does, one thing that I love about MMA is that it helps you express yourself. Because if you're angry, you're gonna fight angry. If you're happy, you're gonna fight with confidence. And that's where I jump in and I look and I coach them and I help them as much as I can. And I'm just very, very, very excited. It just started, you know, like 2 weeks ago. And it's a journey, don't get me wrong. It takes a lot of patience, but I'm definitely working on my coach's voice, you know? I could be like,
This is Sparta!
like the other day, Taz was in the grappling tournament. He was yelling his lungs out. And it was so funny because he was like, Sprawl! Sprawl! And it was so funny because he was all red and he looked like he was all mad, but that was just his coaching voice. So I don't know what my coaching voice is going to be like. I'm barely learning this about myself. I don't know how I look as a coach. But this is a new journey that I have taken, and I'm very excited to what's to come because the girls are badasses, and we gonna make everybody so good and so badass. And we gonna make this comp team a badass comp team. So for those that follow me on Instagram, you guys will see the girls and you will see some of the footage. Follow me on Instagram. You'll find some more on that. But if not, then you'll see behind the scenes on Patreon. And that's where I post more of my personal stuff, all right? This is what you see out here. This is what I chose to post out here. But if you're not satisfied, you can always see me at my personal Patreon on patreon.com/NeneMMA. But you see how I say Nene? That's how you gotta say it now, all right? You don't say Nene, you say Nene. So this is just another way of me growing in the sport, mentally, physically. But as a martial artist, I feel like this is gonna help me get better. And as long as I help them, they help me. So if you want to see the Undertakers, what I'm talking about, if you don't, then it's all right. This is what I got out of it. All right. Don't quote me on any of these things. Just the 3 mental moves. That's it. Everything else is what I got out of this speech. It was very inspirational to me. I enjoyed it. And I thank Taz for showing me this man and showing me this video, because it definitely put a lot of things into perspective, and I definitely feel a lot better. So good job. Just so you know, again, whoever you surround yourself with is exactly what you're gonna get. So if you like to be around shit, you're gonna get shit. Just saying.
That last 30 seconds was the least amount of laser focus you've ever had. And you went with what was presented to you.